Well, good afternoon, Pipers. Welcome back to the Base Piper channel. I should just start saying welcome back, Pipers and cigar enthusiasts. Cigar enthusiasts. I'll get it right in a minute. Hey, guys. I just want to get on here for a little bit. This is my third video, I think, this week. Boy, I'm on a roll. But I've got a senior moment. If y'all remember, about a year ago, maybe, I started putting some senior moments out. And here lately, I haven't had many. Well, I've had a lot if you talk to my wife, Mrs. Base Piper. But as far as things that I can put out here on the air, this is number 4 of Base Piper's senior moments. And really, it's a senior moment, really, / a rant. So, if you all are tender-hearted today when you see this video, whenever you see it, man, if you are not one to be keeping up with one of the things that we should stay off of with anything, religion or politics, you may not want to watch this all the way through. It's not about religion. So guess what it's going to be about? I really got a pet peeve here lately with listening to some of the podcasters out there and YouTube presenters. Now, I'm not talking about YTPC, okay, none of that. I'm talking about other presenters out there. As you know, I don't make any bones about it. I'm a Trump supporter. We'll get that out the way, okay? Love him or hate him, or love me or hate me now, whatever. But this rant that I'm going to be on for a little bit, it'll probably be long, guys, so hold on. But we need to just come to grips where we're not Republican, we're not Democrat, we're not independent, we're not libertarian. We are Americans fighting for our country. Would that be fair? Could we make a fair line with that? Let's put all the little junk out the way. But I'll tell you, Base Piper, I've been watching, and one thing I watched this morning basically helped me make this video, or what prompted me to make the video. It was a man that was on there. He has a gun channel. Okay, he has he's all in the Second Amendment and all that kind of thing. And he was just going off about Pam Bondi. As you know, we have a new Attorney General, a new FBI Director, all that kind of stuff. And evidently, she's not moving fast enough for him, or for certain ones that's in with the Second Amendment rights and all that type of thing. Now, I'm a pro-gunner, I'm a pro-Second Amendment, all that kind of stuff. But here's where it starts getting to be aggravating and agitating. Guys, we've got to get out here. Now, when I say guys and gals, I'm not specifically speaking of just YTPCers. There might be some, but I'm talking about the American public in general, okay? Some of us have got to sit down, shut up, and slow our roll. Well, Base Piper, that was pretty blunt. Yeah, it is. Let me say it again. Sit down, shut up, slow your roll. Grab your popcorn, grab your Coke, and turn off the cell phone and watch the movie. Okay? This guy was on a rant about something that the Biden administration took away from the gun owners. I forgot what it was. I know they were trying to go after bump stocks and all that kind of stuff. And there were some other things. I can't remember what it was right now. It don't matter. It's just aggravating of what people do. And because Pam Bondi wasn't fast enough, I guess, on the roll with all the stuff, President Trump gave her 30 days when he came into office to take care of all the Second Amendment stuff. Well, at the same time, Pam Bondi has also been dealing with all the other crap that she walked into. You know, my hands won't go but so far to go out of the screen. Kash Patel with the FBI. You know, is it Tulsi Gabbard with intelligence? I mean, they got a ton of mess they have walked into. President Trump's been in office for 7 weeks. Some of these folks have only been in maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Okay? And it's this thing with people that just drive me insane with the fact of they want it right now. Do it right now. You've been in office 7 weeks. Gas prices ought to be down. Eggs ought to be down. Everything ought to be down. The economy ought to be running smooth. All the wars ought to be stopped. All the Second Amendment things ought to be done. All the reciprocity and all the stuff for concealed weapon holders. We ought to be able to carry our guns across the nation from California to Virginia to, top to bottom, whatever. Everything ought to be done right now. Life don't happen that way. Welcome to leadership. It don't just and happen. When you're walking into a mess of stuff that's got to be cleaned up, shut your mouth, get your popcorn, get your Coke, watch the movie. Give the man, President Trump, and his cabinet, before you start running your mouth, and I'm talking about these people out here, you start running your mouth about junk, give the man at least a year to the year and a half to see look what he's done in just 7 weeks. Yeah, but he's doing this. He's finding where all the corruption is. He's finding where all your money's been going for decades, since about the time they popped a bullet in President Kennedy's head back in '63. This stuff didn't just start yesterday. It started basically decades ago. The corruption. It's not 3 or 4 people. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people in this cabal, in this corruption. They're trying to find, yes, government agencies are being torn down. People are losing their job, the good people and the bad people. Well, that ain't right. That ain't right. Sure, it ain't right. It ain't right for what they've been doing to us for decades either. And anytime you've got to go in to try to straighten something out, good people, welcome to the world. Welcome. Here's a little religion for you. Welcome to Satan's world. Man is Satan's world. The good is always paying for the bad guys and girls. And all that corruption up there with the deep state and cabal and all that garbage. Look, man, it's going to take time. Plus, at the same time, they're all getting targets on their back. People want to take them out, right? And somebody's over here worrying about a Second Amendment thing of, well, she ought to be having these things, something that was taken away from the people that, I don't know if the ATF confiscated or whatever, and they're supposed to be giving them back. Well, they're not giving them back fast enough. I'm a Second Amendment guy too. Do you believe that as a concealment weapon holder, I'm a concealment weapon holder? And I think we ought to have it where I can carry my gun across the United States, no matter what state I'm in. I've been checked out by my state's AG, Attorney General, court system, NCIC checks, all that stuff done. I used to be in law enforcement in my 20s. If they approve me, they know I'm not a nut, at least not yet. And they got, and I'm okay. I'm not a thug. I'm not a criminal. Everything's okay. You're clean. You can carry. Why do I have to, when I go on a trip, got to reroute everything around certain little states? I'm 6 hours from this place I want to go to, but it probably take me 9 hours to get there because I got to dodge all the other states that I'm going through, because you are afraid if, God forbid, you get pulled over, you're going to jail. But you got a concealment permit. Yeah, but not in this state. Yeah, I'm all for getting this thing fixed. I'm all for being able to, have a gun, own a gun. I don't have a problem with a 7-day wait. I don't have a problem with a 30-day wait to check me out. That's fine. I'm glad you're checking them out to find where the bad guys is and find out where the mentally deranged are at, But you got guys that, man, I don't want no 7-day wait. I don't want no 30-day wait. I ought to be able to have cannons. I ought to be able to have anything in my yard I want. Nobody gonna tell me what to do. It don't work that way. If you think it was bad then, it's bad now, what do you think it would be letting all that happen? Without certain permits and without certain license and without certain things. Yeah, we ought to be able to carry automatic weapons. Really? I mean, Folks, we got to slow down our roll. How come Kash Patel ain't done this with the FBI? Where's the Epstein stuff out? How come it ain't out yet? They got it. Yeah, they got it. They said they're going to put it out. We'll give them time. They will. But they're out there trying to chase terrorists down at the same time. They're trying to fix the wars, the 2 wars that are going on. They're trying to fix the economy. They're trying to find out where all the corruption is in the FBI. They're trying to find out where all the corruption is within the deep state. You think they've got some priorities there? But the problem is, if it doesn't affect our hobby that we're in, then they're not doing nothing. Let's just take cigars. We got cigar enthusiasts on the YTPC. Some aficionados, some they're all in the PCA and the CRA and the XYZ and the ABC associations, whatever, about cigars and all the rights and all the stuff and all this and tobacco and all this. See, those guys, they're not all they're worried about, when are y'all going to do something about this with cigars? I ain't caring about eggs. I ain't caring about guns. I'm not caring about gas prices. I'm not caring about anything. It's all in what we are in and what turns us on. That's all we're worried about. Sit down, shut up, get your popcorn and Coke, turn your cell phone off, and watch the movie. Let it play out. The President of the United States has only been the 20th of this month. He'll be in there 2 months. He ain't even got there yet. 8 weeks. He ain't even got there yet. He's on the 7th week? And we want all this instant. Fix it all, man. It took 8 years of Obama, 4 years of Biden to get all this stuff jacked up, the nation divided, everything tore up and screwed up. You can't blame it on nobody else. Trump was in there 4 years in the middle of it, and that's why they were doing everything they could to get rid of him. He messed it up for them. Because Clinton was supposed to get in right after Obama, and he T-boned her. He was the laughing stock. Who is this guy? Coming from real estate? Yeah, thank God. No matter what you think, as far as I'm concerned, he's the best president we've ever had since I came on the scene in 1961. Even better than Reagan. Him and Reagan were good. He's better than Reagan. Trump's a guy that he means what he says and he says what he means. He comes in with a business agenda and he checks the boxes off. He don't let nothing. They can try to impeach him 18 times, try to shoot him 14 times, try to do whatever. He's still going right on down the line, man. You know why? You know why he's where he's at and what things have been going on so far, whether you believe it or not, God's got his back. Plain and simple. He's been put in here. If you know anything about your Bible, just go back to OT, baby. Go back to the OT history, Old Testament. Look at all the nations before they they self-destructed. We had good kings and we had bad kings, just like we got today. We got to go in and we got to try now to unify the people the best we can. But here's the whole thing. When you got to go in, any of you guys and gals that's been in business, that's been in anything in leadership, and you've walked into a train wreck or something, or you've been put in a promotion or been given a promotion to go straighten something out, what has to happen? It's got to get worse before it gets better. You got to clean all the garbage out, and then you got to go find it. You may find a few things, but then you got to go find the ringleaders, and you got to go find where all this stuff is at. Now magnify that to the United States and the United States government and the world, because it don't just stop right here in the United States. That cabal goes all the way around, even to the Vatican. Follow the money trail. Well, I happened to watch this guy. He just happened to catch Base Piper on a bad hair day, I guess. I don't know, but that junk, he just set the trigger off with me. I am so tired of people griping and complaining. Of course, the Democrats are going to be griping and complaining, because of they don't want their A, B, C, X, Y, Z, L, D, G, L, T, G, B, Q, X, T, whatever the crap that is, they call it. They don't want any of that messed up. See, you got to realize with all that LGBTQ garbage, it's only a minuscule percent of the whole population. But the media has made it, try to make it bigger than what it is. No, it's not. You stamp it out. It's an ant. And it's got to be done. Base Piper, you sound like you're getting a little riled up. You better get you another blood pressure pill. Oh, man, I'm fine. I ain't started preaching yet. I won't be, by the way. You can sit down. But I am so fed up with the people and the Americans out here. Listen, we're so divided. And just like I saw where Rosie O'Donnell, I think she left. She went to England. Bye. I'm not coming back till we get things straight. Bye. Take your friends with you. I mean, this is America. It was founded, the last I remembered, on Judeo-Christian values. We were founded on the Constitution, a Bill of Rights, a Federalist Papers, the Declaration of Independence, the whole 9 yards. Christian values, God and Christian values. God, the God of heaven, not the God of this world. See, they want to change it to the God of this world. The Base Piper gives some of these people some great preacherly advice. Get all your stuff together. Get all you guys together. Go find a piece of land and make it a country. We'll even help you put a wall down the middle of it. I know y'all don't like walls. We'll go ahead and put a wall just to separate us and y'all. And then on the other side of it, keep an open border. Let every Tom, Dick, and Harry come in there that you want. And live like Sodom and Gomorrah. Do whatever turns you on. Find yourself a president and a cabinet and make yourself a country. But get out of here. We were here first. Before all this division. We don't want communism. We don't want Marxism. We don't want all that trash. You want it? You like it? You want your transgenders? You want your gays? You want your lesbians? You want your lifestyle? Then get out. This country was founded on Christian values. Christian, Christ-like, God, not Satan. Not transgenders, Not all this stuff going on. You need to find a place and make it a country. But there's so many things going on, guys, that we're so divided. You're not giving nobody a chance to do nothing. And when I say them or us, I'm talking about the American people. Now, YouTube might take this down. I don't know. I don't care. If you don't see me after this one, I'll send a text over to some of the YTPC presenters I got phone numbers to, and I'll see if they'll put a video out for me to let y'all know why I'm no longer on YouTube. Where'd Bass Piper go? Well, you remember that senior moment he had? Guys, look, we need to relax in this country. I'll tell you somebody, if you're conservative, if you're more a Trumpster, if you're more in that way, and if you're not, it'd be good for you to listen. There's a guy that comes on, a black gentleman that comes on. He's got a big channel right now. In fact, his ratings are even getting higher than all CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News. I think he's running neck and neck with him, and he's just a presenter on YouTube. His name is Barry Cunningham. Barry Cunningham. You need to go watch him sometime. He keeps up with everything that's going on right now in the cabinet, everything Trump, everything that they're trying to do to help get this nation put back together. I don't like Trump. I tell you what, the people that don't like Trump and don't like things, give it a good old college try with this. Listen to something other than the Democratic fed and Democratic funded news channels. Barry's a good one because he don't have nothing, he's not favoring any news channel. He gets his news off of different platforms and different things going on throughout, the world. And he keeps up with everything basically on a daily basis of what's going on. Because the sad part about it is, I think there's so many people that's got a bad taste in their mouth about the president, our new president, that they're running on what they've heard on one side. They're not getting the full spectrum. Before you make your decision, listen to both. Listen to both what both are doing, what's going on. And then make your judgment. But guys, we need to sit down. We need to shut up. And I don't mean that derogatory. But we need to be quiet. Eat your popcorn, have your Coke, or whatever you drink. Turn your cell phone off. Watch the movie. Don't make a judgment when they've only been in 15 minutes of the movie. It's a 2.5 hour movie. You're already calling the shots in 15 minutes. We need to slow down, guys. We need to slow down in this nation. Because there's a lot of fixing that's got to get done. There's a lot of unifying that's got to be done. But we got to remember one thing. It's going to get worse before it gets better, because it is already a train wreck. And you can't fix a train wreck like that. It don't happen. There's too much bad blood. There's too many bad characters and actors out there. That's got to be handled. That's got to be fixed. So anyway, I'm going to stop it right there. That's my senior moment for today. And hey, I just had to call something straight finally. It's been a long time. But some things just get under your skin and under your craw. You know, I mean, you know that old saying, Rome wasn't built overnight. This United States ain't going to get fixed overnight. Hopefully within 4 years. And once it is fixed, hopefully we can keep it there for a good long time. I pray at least they get it, at least for another 50 years. Base Piper won't be around then. Well, then again, I don't know to the last stats with Social Security. I might. Let's see. 50 more years. I mean, I would be about 113. I mean, my gosh, they're sending Social Security checks to those that are 150, 200 years old. They even got one over 300 years old before I think America was even founded, right? As far as put together with everything that we call ourselves America. I mean, we're just sending checks out. People 200 years old, people 150, 160 years old. Unbelievable. This is your tax dollars. You wonder why there ain't much they claim in Social Security? And Social Security might be gone. Hopefully it'll be saved. It's called, we got to get the government's hands out of stuff that they don't need to be in. The reason why part of your Social Security is down now, guys, is because they've had their hands in it, stealing from it. And here's the thing about some of that as well with the government. You got about 10 to 15, 20 families somewhere in there that's running the whole financial thing of this world anyway. They're all the mega giants, all the mega rich. Think about it. Look how they look at it. Is it really our money anyway? Or all we're living on, as Travis Tritt's old song used to say, is borrowed time. The money just keeps recirculating. That's my money. Well, no, that's money that came from the Rothschilds you have. Or that's money that you had from the Rockefellers. That you got in your savings in the bank, that came from this family. Did you ever think about it that way? What this company's got here, it's all recycling money. The trillions of dollars, billions of dollars. We're in bad shape, folks. And hopefully we've got a new administration that's going to get this thing righted, and I think they're on a good roll. That's my belly button opinion. But I can tell you, it ain't going to get cleaned up overnight. And trying to clean it, innocent people are going to get in the mix. Good people are going to lose their jobs. People can find jobs. They're out there, especially for the younger ones. And some of the ones that are older losing their jobs, they probably could retire anyway and be fine. But the bottom line is life isn't fair. Everybody don't get the trophy. Participation trophy. Crap happens. And it's got so bad, this administration has got to be the one that's the bad guys. In one sense. Because to clean it up, you got to be the bad guys. Now, once it all gets fixed and placed and all that, oh man, some of these people that are just raking over them, buddy, they'll be kissing the ring. Thank you. Thank you. But while they're going through the storm, you know good, sorry, you know what. I voted for you, and you yada, yada. Sit down. Shut up. Get your popcorn. Get your Coke. Turn your cell phone off. Watch the movie. 29 minutes, hitting 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. Guys, I love you. Thank you, supporters, for your support. New subscribers as well. And look, don't take this to heart. This is just a rant. Base Piper has one of these senior moments every now and then. See, I told you. You ain't heard one of these in ages. But think about it. And you listen to people and your friends bellyache and gripe. You just have to politely just say, listen, we need to chill and slow our roll and sit down and zip it. Give them a chance. 7 weeks for a nation of 330 million, or God only knows what we got in here with the illegal immigrants. It ain't going to happen overnight. And all the things they've got to take care of that's just jacked. Everybody's yelling about tariffs. Tariffs is going to be good. Because in case you didn't know, from the late 1800s to about, I think, the beginning of World War I, this nation ran on tariffs. We didn't have no income tax. Because other countries were paying their fair share of stuff. That's how our country rolled. It was only until World War I or World War II that we had to start the income tax junk. Well, how long has World War I and World War II been over? And we're still paying it. It never stopped, did it? And the IRS is still there. There's one that needs to be cleaned up. Let's hope that can happen. Get rid of them. Go back to tariffs. We got all these countries ripping the United States off. Certainly you can't be happy about that. They pay no tariffs. We pay 25% tariff. Or they pay 25% tariff. We're paying 200% tariff. Is that fair? What did our president say? Whatever you put on us, we're putting on. Well, the prices are going to go up. Hey, you've been used to prices going up. We've had them for the last 4 years. They got to go up until it balances out. Look at the stock market. Everybody going nuts. Let the man who wrote the book, The Art of the Deal, let him make the deals. Sit back. Wasa. Relax. Judge him in 2 to 3 years how your life is and how things are going. And you're sitting back going, man, my 401k is looking good now that the stupid stock market has gotten some sense and they've stopped getting scared and up and down and taking the money, pulling the money, putting the money in, taking it out, putting the money, taking it out. My 401k is like this. You ain't going. Then all of a sudden, wow, man, look at that 401k. Good night, man. The economy is building. Wow, unemployment's going down. Good night. Eggs, man. They're gone from $8 a carton down to $1.50. Wow. Gas is down to $1.87. Wow. But it's got to take a little time. Relax. Have your pipe. Pretend I got one. Or your stogie. Until we meet again, don't forget the many blessings that God gives us each and every day. And believe it or not, this is a blessing that we're going through. Depending on who's affected, it may not be. You may not feel like it right now. But in 2018, when I had to lose my job after 12 years because of governmental garbage, I was 57 years old. I was having a hard time. I went 2 years, over 2.5 years before I found any work. There's a door open now for me. I start Monday with a little part-time thing. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Relax. Till we see you next time, y'all take care. Bye-bye.